This is Anthony Orlando for Public Square Amplified. Today I'll be speaking with Opoku Boateng, writer, director, actor, and founder of Opo's Canon, about his first 20-minute short film, Apple Cider, A Parable of Black Love. Joining us are Apple Cider's set designer and one of its lead stylists, Lillian Phoenix Ojo, as well as the movie's gaffer and sound mixer, Isaiah Conte, who discuss their experience collaborating with Oppo on their short film.
There's one thing Kumi knew how to do. He knew how to hold his liquor.
All right, today I'm here with Phoenix, Oppo, and Conte. Thank you all so much for coming here today.
Thank you.
All right, now to get started, please tell us a little bit about the film, what Apple Cider means to you.
So Apple Cider is our first ever short film. You know, we've done projects, videos, and whatnot before. Actually, yeah, that's a weird technicality, but basically, it's our first ever 20-minute film. You know, it's a parable on Black love, and it centers more so in a familial context. I guess I would say it was kind of a big thing for us because it was definitely not only our first project, but we are all different places of the diaspora and whatnot. And the film was it was really telling about basically just shared family tropes that a lot of us kind of go through because of essentially trauma through the diaspora.
What was your goal in developing this film?
My goal with developing the film was to try my best to show people how kind of highlighting issues within what we consider Black love to be, and then from there, not the issues with it, but just more so the perspectives of it. Well, okay, what does Black love look like, and why is it and why is there so much turmoil within it? So I figured that by creating a film where it was you're able to really highlight each perspective and really kind of break away from the whole antagonist versus protagonist, but more so these are all valid points, and they kind of create a space, and that's why the space is confusing, because not because the points aren't valid, but because they don't know how to talk to each other.
How do you want people to connect with the story in this film? I mean, what ways were you trying to forge those connections with the way you made it?
I guess I'm just kind of confused because of the word how. You're saying, for example, right, how, the first thing that comes to mind is although it's a 20-minute film, I was very big on understanding that there's people who just, for so many reasons, might not want to watch a 20-minute film that's not a blockbuster movie. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, thinking, okay, how can I do this? Before we even shoot the film, but we know we're gearing to shoot the film, I'm gonna bust it out and work my mans and try to figure out how we can get this 3-part EP out, so that the 3-part EP can still be used to be oh, people can relate to the music, because some people like music more than film. But then as they relate to the music, they're yo, where is this coming from? Oh, it's connected to a film. Oh, and then from there, I feel once you see the film, you're gonna connect to it because of just how much I believe in the way I wrote it. I feel a lot of people who are of diaspora folk, and just also people who are family, will relate to the story.
Question for you, Phoenix. Much of Apple Cider takes place in a single room. I mean, did these limitations restrict your ability to design the set, or did they broaden your mind and help you think outside of the box, or in this case, outside the room? I mean,
Yeah, I didn't really think of it too much of a confines, actually. I thought it made my job a little easier. Like I said, we worked on a film prior to that, and I had to dress a couple different rooms in that apartment, so keeping it into one space was really nice. It was a fun way to just kind of get creative and have people notice a bit more about the characters' backgrounds and where they were coming from through specific props that I placed into the space, or even just kind of that feeling of you're just moving into the space, so it's a little cluttered, or there's a box randomly here, or the lighting's a little awkward because we may not have the lighting set up, you know what I mean, you're just moving in, so I kind of allowed it to be a little bit more free-formed, and also I think if I remember correctly, the film took place at night, but we were shooting during the day, so like that was like a whole other thing. But yeah, it was just fun to just like really create like a little ecosystem for those characters to live and like really hear their stories.
News Conte, like the next question specifically for you. I mean,
Hey.
in your bio, you're described as a sound savant. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, what inspired you to develop the music and sounds for this film, and what was your goal when making them?
Really just, being a part of the canon, and ever since I've been working with Oppo, we've had this kind of like oh, my African brother,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, my brother from another continent type of vibe. So when when I got the chance to work on the film, when you're doing editing sound, you have to listen to the scenes over and over and over again. So I was just like, internalizing the whole script and seeing everything play out, and it just really resonated with me from like the diasporic sense. I'm like, oh, I understand this same feeling, but from my side of the pond, and just being able to like resonate with that feeling was a big part in understanding the soundscape that I had to come up with. And then also, they sent me some references of like Nollywood films and different videos and stuff to watch to kind of understand that more like that sense of the audio, because I'm thinking about it from like it has to be super polished like the big blockbuster films that they do over here, but no, they're showing me different stuff of like, oh no, you can have like a random sound effect turned up to like...
You actually need that.
Yeah, it's very vital to the story that you have that boing very loud in the background. So just stuff like that was helpful in understanding. And I say sound savant because ever since I was little, just being able to incorporate all those different like ambiences and different things that people don't necessarily recognize as musical into my productions have like made it so it's relatable to other people and they don't even understand why, really.
Yeah, and I think it really helped the film stand out. I mean, based on what you said, it really helped to really connect with the audience. I mean, like even if they haven't like stuck around for like the whole film. I mean, it's just like once you hear the music, it really draws them. I think it really turned out well in the end. So,
Thank you.
Conte, before you go, do you have anything else you'd like to share? I mean, do you have any other projects you want other people to hear about?
Me and my Ciliums, we're doing a live music show and podcast coming up starting in June. All right. We gotta look out for it.
We got a couple canon events coming up this summer, basically. So it's like definitely check us out, follow the page, check on the website, opos_canon.
Thank you so much.